Hi everyone, I'm Jordan Smith, the President and CEO of Rapido Trains Inc. And today I'm here with our HO scale LRC passenger cars. Now, this is our all new release of these models. We've done a whole bunch of colorful new paint schemes that we're going to be having a look at in a minute. And we've also done a number of revisions and changes to the old toolings. We've actually got some new toolings as well for the business cars. So today we're going to be having a look. We're going to unbox these other models and give you a close look. All right, so let's first get a look at these cars in their mostly original appearance. On my left-hand side here, we've got the coach. This is as delivered. These were delivered around 1981 through 1983, and this is the scheme that all of the coaches had. You've got the blue, the yellow striping with the gray on above the windows there, or from the windows and up, and the club car. Originally, these were branded as the club cars. Later on in the 90s, they got the Via One logos and designations.
1985, Hosehead. The Via One logos were put on in 1985.
It's for first class.
That's good, eh? Yeah, that's good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
Starting in 1998, they added the Canada logos. So we've got the Canada just kind of at the midpoint of the car there. Many of these cars actually continue to this day in service. So this is the Via One. As you can see, that's kind of a 2000s version of the Via One logo. And of course, the coach. This is actually a current appearance of these cars. They never, many of them never were repainted and rebuilt. They got new interiors, which we'll have a look at in a second there, kind of with the gray and colored seats. But they retain the Canada logos, the flags, and such. So we've done a custom run actually for Otter Valley Railroad in the faded version of these cars as they appear to this day. There's two different versions with the faded out flag and another version where the flag's totally faded off, and the blue is actually a slighter pale color. But again, with the newer interior seats. And the Canada logo, of course. Okay, so next up, I've got in front of me all of the modernized and or rebuilt versions of the LRC cars. Starting right in front of me here, this is the totally rebuilt LRC coach. Starting in around 2009 or 10, many of the cars were sent to Industrial Rail Services down in Moncton, New Brunswick for a complete rails to the roof overhaul. The interiors were stripped out, the bodies were rebuilt. Basically every component was either rebuilt or remanufactured. We've got the new interiors with the 2-in-2 coach seating, the very kind of classy looking lower green body and the upper gray with the yellow striping, and of course the more modern updated Via Rail Canada logos. So in addition to that, we've got the Canada 150 wraps. These were actually the unrebuilt cars. As you can see, it's got the blue underbodies there, but they were wrapped with the Canada 150 kind of graphics. They did receive modernized interiors, though. They've got the green 2-in-2 seating, or the more recent, the kind of gray seating with the colored textures on them. Also, you can see some of the windows were plated over. That was to make sure the wrap looked good. So more recently, we've got the Via 40th anniversary wraps. These again are the unrebuilt coaches, showing the blue underbodies, but they have the Futures on Board wrap. But they do have the modernized interiors and plated over windows so they can get the wrap to look very, very good and consistent. And just one more time, we've got more of the Canada 150 different city names, and we'll have a closer look at some of those cities in a sec. Now, next, let's look at the business car. So these originally were the club cars, now kind of rebranded as business. These cars were totally rebuilt again from the ground up. We've got the new 2-in-1 seating arrangement. We've got the they actually removed some of the windows on these. We've got the Wi-Fi racks on the roof. There was an earlier version which we actually include in the box is the round dome, which was kind of more common in the 2000s era, but they've been rebuilt with these racks. You can see that on all the different business cars. We've got the gray underbody, the modernized Canada, Via Rail Canada logo and Canada logo. That kind of cool green version, which is actually kind of inverted from the coaches to make them more unique in the swoops there. So we've got that. We've got the more recent 40th anniversary wrap on the business car, which includes the Futures on Board slogans. And probably one of the most distinctive LRC cars that's ever existed. This is the Canada 150 wrap. This is a one-off. It's only one of these, but it's very, very cool. Has the 2-in-1 seating arrangement, all the different tables and seats, and again, we'll have a look at that in a second. But that's the business cars. So for the LRC car interiors, we've got lots of different variations. Starting on my left here, we've got the as-delivered coach. This has the standard 2-in-2 seating with the crew prep area and the washrooms at the opposite end of the car. We've got the this is the 90s version of the Via 1 or club car. This has the green seats. It has a slightly different arrangement of where everything is. We've got a kind of coat rack at one end. We've got the larger kitchen prep area at the opposite end there. Next, we've got the rebuilds. So this car is this is actually the modernized interior. So this got kind of the gray seats with the orange antimacassars. You can see kind of the blanked out area. That's actually where the wheelchair tie down is now, I believe. I think on the wrapped cars they also left that window covered up, so you can't see that anyways. But that's the modernized coach. Next, we've got the rebuilt coach. Similar, or basically the same interior kind of arrangement, but the cars have different colored seats. We've got kind of a lighter green. We're kind of try and represent the look of the newer cars, and the multicolored antimacassars. Now, probably the most cool car we've added to the list is the rebuilt business car. So as you can see, this has the all-new 2-in-1 seating arrangement, which has, as correct, half the seats are facing one direction, half the seats are facing the other. And again, this is a 2-in-1 arrangement, which is new. Usually these would have been 2-in-2 back in the day, but we've also added the seats. And of course, the different colored antimacassars. You've got either the yellow for the single seats or the kind of the orangey brown for the paired seats. And of course, the kitchen prep area, baggage rack, coat rack, and whatnot. So one of the big improvements we've done to these models is with the lighting system. As you can see, we have an all-new lighting board on the inside roof of the car. This is a new SMD, micro SMD lighting system. We've got those spread through the car. Of course, we still have the rear red marker lights, which you can see just at the ends there. Of course, we've got the reed switch just inbound of the vestibule. And another big change, we now have, for the first time, capacitors. So you've got a pair of capacitors on the just inside the roof there. And this will give you flicker-free lighting to enhance the performance of your models. Okay, thanks for joining me here for this look at our LRC cars in HO. As you can see, I've made quite the mess, so I guess I better spend the rest of my day cleaning this up. Now, these models have actually been out for a little while and we're actually sold out, so you probably want to check with your dealer to see if there are any left. Or if this is 5 or 6 years from now and we're on our 4th or 5th run, go order those. And also, don't forget, we've got N-scale LRCs too. So I'm going to put a link up at the top here. And if that's what interests you, head on over and have a look. Thanks for joining me once again. Have a good one.